Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the very next episode of The Remedy with Tova Sido and
Janice Gaunt and
Tom Bridwell.
yay!
What's up, people?
What's up?
What's up? I have to plug my book again. I was going to do it the last one.
Yes,
But,
go.
Prince Charming is Dead or in Rehab is now available on Amazon.
It is
Yay!
such a big deal. And I had the privilege, I said this in the first episode that we were talking about these AL-ANON slogans. I've read the book. I laughed. I was reflective. I learned a lot. There were a couple times I was like, I think that story's about me.
Oh, Tova and sweet Tova wrote the foreword to the book.
It was
so I'm so
so-
honored to have her name on my book too.
Well, it's an honor to be on your book. It's so freaking cool.
Thanks, T.
I'm waiting for mine to be delivered. So I can't wait. Yay.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you for writing that book. I think it's an important book.
Well, I think, I had so many people that, were having issues with dating and stuff. And I had these thoughts and I had a lot of people say, I wish you would write that down, or you should write a book about this, because it really is a do's and don'ts of dating and a guide to it. And yet it's hopefully it will be entertaining also. But
yeah.
I
found it to be very entertaining. The thing that that I was so bad at, dating after divorce.
Oh,
I was a moron when I started dating. Well, you haven't dated in 30 years.
I did. I was too.
And stubbing your toe does not do it justice.
My picker was
shit the bed.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
It was bad. We didn't know, did we?
We did not know.
We learned the hard way.
Can you guys imagine what it would be like to date with all these apps now?
No, thank God I never did
'Cause
that.
we never had that. Us
Thank
old
goodness.
folks.
Yes.
I feel sorry because a lot of young people use it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I know plenty of people who found somebody lovely, but I never did that, and I think I would have struggled.
Well, think about it. You
So
you swipe
consuming. They're
and you swipe, and
consumed with
people
it.
can spend all day
People
long
Do spend
trying
all
to
day.
swipe and see if they can find somebody.
I think it's actually the worst thing for somebody with like a love addiction,
Oh,
because you really only care about the swipe,
yeah.
don't you?
Well, it's insatiable.
Yeah.
Because you can't get enough of it.
Yes.
And there might be somebody better, somebody better, somebody better,
Yeah.
somebody richer.
I think that's hurting the field.
Yeah.
The pool.
It would be really, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Don't you just thank God for Tom and
Yeah,
Craig?
I really do.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oh, if I had to start over dating, I would.
I wouldn't.
You just go single?
I would be single the rest of my life.
Would you? Mm-hmm. Would you date?
No, probably not. I'd just go to sporting events. My grandchildren. There she is
and
again.
Watch Tech.
And go to watch. I watch Texas Tech and the Mavericks and the Cowboys.
You're hilarious.
Oh, I
love
know.
it.
Okay.
Okay, we got to thank our sponsor, McGuire's. They did this entire series
So nice.
of the
So nice.
AL-ANON slogans, and we're going to finish that up today. So thank you, Mike, Natalie, Maddie, Sophie, for being our cheerleaders and for sponsoring yet another week of
Really,
what we're doing here.
So nice. So generous. Thank you.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we have like 6 left.
Yes.
To finish up this week. I've loved this, by the way.
Good.
Yeah,
I think the slogans are really cool.
Me too.
Okay. The next one is Together We Can Make It.
Oh, I love that.
I do too. I need never again do anything alone. Isn't that interesting?
It's great.
Yeah.
And gosh, I read that, or you read that, and I hear that, and I can't help but think of all the people that feel so alone.
Well, and that people,
they don't have to,
and they don't feel like they can lean on people, or when I first went to Al-Anon, I mean, I was embarrassed to even talk about it.
I'm sure,
everybody was like, yeah. I mean, everybody has the same story in one form or another, but being able to to depend on other people and at least try to reach out for that.
Yeah.
So I think it's important, because I think people, if you have something going on that is, that if you're depressed or something, find somebody to talk to, so that they are your friends or your mom or whomever you think, just so that people
get
can
a therapist.
Yeah,
like,
or get a therapist.
You do not have to go about it alone.
No, you don't.
There's lots of resources in this world.
There are.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Good, me too.
Good reminder.
Love this one too. Keep it simple. Kiss it. Keep it simple, silly. Sometimes the it in keep it simple can be the program itself. To get a good, firm hold on the Al-Anon idea, keep it simple. That's why I love these slogans, because they're simple, but they're powerful.
Yeah, and they're like good mantras.
Yeah.
Like the one last week, you only have to do today, and like there's just lots of little nuggets.
Well, and when you're in the middle of something, let's say how you might use that is if you're in the middle of something and it feels very overwhelming, like you're trying to finish a book or something like that, and you think, okay, I got to keep this simple. How do you do that? And then you break it down into small pieces. I'll write for an hour and a half every day, or keep it simple is I don't have to have my house totally spotless. If that causes you stress, I can, not
leave a dish in the sink every once in a while.
Maybe one day a week you don't make up your bed, or just keeping it simple so you're not overwhelmed. I think a lot of people really struggle with that.
I do too.
Trying to be Little Miss Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's impossible.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend who, no matter what time I meet her or what we're doing, she always looks like she's ready for the red carpet. And I'm like,
it's not me.
It's not you.
I bet you I know who you're talking about, but I'm not going to say it on the air. But we should definitely confer after this and see if I've guessed who it is.
Okay. Wow.
It's none of my family members.
Because Maureen has a friend that is exactly that person that you're describing. And it would be hilarious if it's the same person.
Oh, that's so funny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, my whole point in bringing this up is I often when I see her, I'm thinking, I don't know whether to feel inadequate or grateful
that you don't have to be Little Miss Perfect. Have you ever read that book, Little Miss Perfect?
No.
Oh, it's a great book about people who think they have to be perfect.
No, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Wow,
it's a really good
good.
little self-help book.
Well, I don't have that, but I sometimes stare at her and think, that just looks like so much work.
It would be hard.
To be that put together all the time. And I don't know. I just think a lot of people are really hard on themselves about how they have to show up in the world. And I that great Marianne Williamson quote that when we shine our light, we give other people permission to do the same. It's like, I think shining your light is also not being perfect.
Well, we're not perfect anyway.
Yeah, so shine that light, because then that gives me permission to shine my light of imperfection, and we can just all be imperfect together. How about that?
I think that's great. That's a good plan. Okay, first things first. Love this one too. How can I apply first things first to clarify a confounding task today? So, first things first, I use that a lot too. When I feel like I'm overwhelmed with things, I'll say, okay, first things first. First thing I need to do, get up in the morning, like as if I have a jam day. Get up in the morning, get your coffee, do your devotional, And then maybe if you have time, do a little Spanish. But first things first, then go get dressed and then see what the day unfolds. Because we're so busy and we have so many things going on that if we get frustrated, then just first things first. What do I need to do right now? What's the first thing I need to do? Get my coffee.
Is great advice. I love it.
Yeah, I like that too. A lot. It says here, first things first helps us make more workable choices and to live with the choices we make.
Oh, perfect.
Love it. All right, one more.
We only have one more left?
No, we've got two more.
Oh.
Well, this one and two more, three.
Okay.
Let it begin with me. How I respond to someone's lack of interest in Al-Anon may convey the message of recovery better than any detailed personal testimony.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't it? The problem is that those who need it don't always want it. We can share our experience, strength, and hope with them and be a good example of Al-Anon recovery by practice its principles in all our affairs. So let it begin with me.
And you say this all the time, and I love it so much.
I like it too.
Yeah. And I think as parents, it's especially profound.
Yeah,
because if we expect our children to do something and yet we're not practicing or engaging in that same behavior, we're going to be a joke to them.
Yeah, we will.
I mean, it just will fall on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Because what you do is so much more important than what you say.
There was a time in my life when my girls were probably in junior high and late elementary school. And when Kurt and I were getting a divorce, and I was a yeller. My mother was a yeller. And my children, basically, I would say to them, stop yelling at each other. I would yell at them, stop yelling at each other. And so they're like, Mom.
Stop screaming at each other.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. So I got a poster board and I put a circle and I wrote the word rage, and then I put a cross, a stripe across it, and I said, this house from this point forward is a no rage zone of any of us. And we all
made the pack.
That's
great.
And that's how I learned to stop yelling.
Yeah, because if you're screaming at them, of course they're going to scream at each other.
They have to be heard. I mean, yeah.
I remember one time when I was a little kid. I was probably 7 or 8. And my mom was very scary.
Yeah.
And very violent at times. And I don't know what came over me, but we were praying because, we were still a good Mormon family, even though it's the most effed up family of all time. We were praying as a family.
It's an oxymoron.
Totally. And we were holding hands, and, we had our heads down, and you got to be the perfect prayer. And my mom, after the prayer, she said, Tova, when we pray, you need to close your eyes. And I go, well, how do you know? How did you know? Oh boy, that did not go over well. But I mean,
oh my
she
gosh,
might have wanted to let it begin with her.
Busted.
Yeah, totally.
That's so funny.
It's a great saying.
It is a really great saying.
Like, we get so torqued up about all these things in the world and all these injustices and all these people. It's like, okay, Tova, how about you redirect the energy and point the finger back at you?
It's true. And, it's like when we are pontificating about politicians or what they're doing and all of that and everything, it's so senseless, because now if we were perfect, it would make sense.
Totally.
It's that critical thing, pointing one finger at you and three more back at me.
Yeah,
I like that. Me too. Me too. Okay, the next one is just for today. Love that. Just for today.
That makes me want to breathe easy.
Doesn't it?
That's like a Lionel Richie song. It just lets you sit back a little bit.
I love Lionel Richie.
Everybody loves Lionel Richie.
Are you watching American Idol?
No.
You don't watch American Idol?
No.
It's Betty's favorite show.
Mine too.
Do y'all
Betty
bond
and I
over
should.
it, Tom?
Big time. We're
that's
a
cute.
few episodes behind because we can only watch like certain, she only has like 40 minutes a night. So we
Isn't
get to
it
stretch
great?
it out over the week. It's great.
Yeah.
Is there somebody that just sang a Lionel Richie song?
No, Lionel
Well, he's a
Richie's on it. He's one of the judges.
One of the judges.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going. With
Okay, just for today. Well, this is kind of perfect. Just for today, I will look for ways to enjoy life. Go find Lionel.
Yes.
Stop by a garden. No, go find Lionel. Try a new hobby or call a good friend. I can look for humor. I can savor love. I can explore something new. Maybe just for today, I'll try standing on my head to see if I like the view. How cute is that?
That is so cute.
That is so cute. I stand on my head every day.
I know, it impresses me.
Just for today, I will find a little time to relax and to realize what life is and can be. Time to think about God and get a better perspective on myself.
I love it.
Just for today. Love that.
I do too. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
It's a really good one. It really causes you to just like think outside the box. We can push play and get in routine, and it reminds you like, look around.
Mm-hmm. I had a client that not very long ago who had a child that transitioned, and she and I talked about how important it was that she focus on just for today, because in that deep grief, if it's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
As well as anything.
Without somebody you love is so overwhelming.
So if you keep it in anything that you're going through that is difficult, if you can think, just for today, I can do this, or I can do something to make myself joyful. It's
find gratitude.
Find gratitude, exactly. Yeah, that's really important. Okay, then this is the very last one. Let go and let God.
Another one of your favorites?
Another one of my favorites. When I let go and let God work in my life, the pendulum that swings between the black and white of obsession and indifference finds balance in the peaceful colors of serenity.
That is so beautifully
Isn't
said.
Isn't that so good?
Yes. I just believe in this so profoundly. I think that if we embrace this mindset, there's a trust that can come with life, and that no matter where it takes you, that it's all going to be okay.
You just let go of the results.
Yes.
I was telling somebody yesterday, well, it was Wesley. She said, Mom, are you so excited? What are you going to do? What all are you going to do to try to promote the book? And I was like, I don't know. I don't
podcasts?
I don't really, I'm kind of letting go of that. I'll see what happens. But that is not the end goal for me. The end goal is just finishing it, and then I'm like, okay, well, God, whatever. Yeah. We'll just see what happens.
Well, that's phenomenal. It's just great advice. And because it just really does allow us to let go of results and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. You don't, if you let go and let God, it replaces stress and worry and suffering.
It's funny. That's what we're doing anyway, because we're not in control. Yeah. And so you might as well embrace the truth about reality.
That is so true. We think we have control, and we're don't.
Not in control.
No.
And so letting go and letting God is just giving in to what's actually happening.
Yeah. We just think we have some sort of control.
Not letting go and letting God is actually just a mind F.
It is. Yeah.
That's torture.
It is. Rosie, get out a razor blade and show me your wrist.
Well, these were phenomenal. I loved this little series. I think it's so uplifting.
I think it's great too.
Yeah, great little nuggets for people. So we hope all these little remedies help you and that you guys all have an amazing week. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you for listening. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Of course.
When I'm heavy with my burden, so my bed is tired and bold. All these questions I've collected, it brings the answer to my ear. Because my God has a telephone.
Supreme.
It's such a great song.